Hello everybody, it's me, Mr. Beefus, and I just want to talk about why I haven't been here in Yeeps for a while. Also about while fishing in the new update. So, it kind of all started, back when, obviously Jar left us. I don't think I've actually fully talked about this, but for the past couple videos, which has only been like 3 in the past like half a year, um, you might realise that Jar wasn't any in them, well, in any of them. And so I kind of lost my co-star, and he has not responded. He's practically gone dark, and I haven't. He's gone AWOL practically, and I haven't been able to speak to him since. And then I tried to get back into. I tried to get back into like the. I tried to get back into like making content, which is where the American Idiot video came from. And I really enjoyed filming that because I actually met my new co-star. You know him as E. And since then, I've made multiple long-form videos, having quite a lot of fun, but I've never really gotten back into making content. I do hope that I can get back into making content at some point, but not just like logistics of it. It's also been like kind of my mental health. So for example, it was quite draining to hop on and have to go record stuff while also balancing stuff like school, and also just like me wanting to play the game. But I do want to get back into content because it was quite fun as well. But it is quite hard to get back into. I will describe um okay, so this is a bit hard to say, but in real life, I've been starting my like I don't know what it's called in America, because I know that that's where like half my audience is based. But in England, we have these things called the GCSEs, which is practically like the end test you do after, like, before you go to college or university or whatever you want to do after high school. It's the last thing you do in high school. So, I've entered one of my second to last years of high school, which means that I'm entering the GCSE stage. So I have to do a lot. I have to put a lot more work into school instead of making content, which has definitely had a impact on my mental health and willing to come home and spend maybe 2 hours a day making content. Which I get it. Like, content isn't supposed to be a hard job, even though it is for like people who are very popular. But so it's been quite hard for me to get back into it, and also because like I would have been able to do it off of that, I just would have like slowed stuff down. But I had a friend group at the start of the year, and one person in this friend group is I'm just gonna call them name for reasons of privacy. But I had a good friendship with them, and then last year I had made some stupid decisions. In England, it's quite common to make quote unquote bets with someone, where if you dare someone to do something and then they don't do it, you say, "Oh, I bet you like £5 to do it," and they'll do it, and then everyone will laugh it off and forget about it the next day. For some reason, Name counted all of those like £1 things, £5 things up, and then at the start of this year decided that if I didn't give her all the money within a week, I'd be kicked out of the friend group. So Name has then said that, and I had said to the rest of the friend group, surely that can't be fair. And then none of the friend group backed me up. So I was kind of left there in a vulnerable state where I couldn't I couldn't give her the money. And I didn't want to go into my savings because I was currently saving for something. I think it was like a piece of gaming equipment. And so I didn't want to give them the money, but it got to a point where they would ask me about it every day, and if I said no, they would make me feel horrible about myself. So it got to a point where I had taken money out, and I had told my parents about the situation, and they had said, "Well, what are you going to do?" And I said, "Well, I'm probably just going to give them money." And they said, "Where are you going to get it from?" And it got to a point where I was crying, admitting that I was going to give them the money. And in that moment, they told me, and I agreed with them to go in and tell them that I didn't owe them anything. And so I did. And I was almost immediately kicked out of that friend group. And it obviously I have other friends, and they helped me through it, but that was like my main friend group. And it's just a bit mentally draining when the people that you think are there to help you and protect you and get you through hard times are the people who end up making you feel the worst. And so it's been quite hard to recover from that. But if I ever do manage to start doing content again, then it'll be the happiest moment of my life because I love making content for you all. I've got such a great audience. I feel like you all are